Cardano is officially back over $1, sitting at $1.05. A lot of stuff has happened. Charles Hoskinson has given his Bitcoin prediction and what that could mean potentially for Cardano. We have the fallout from the Bitcoin OS token launch. Charles has been doing a lot of AMAs, a lot of videos, a lot of great information to take from that, and why a big win in the courts could be absolutely massive for Cardano. I'll explain to you exactly why and how. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. I want to share this article here from AMB Crypto. Cardano breaks this bullish pattern. Is $1.52 ADA the next stop? And what pattern is this? This is talking about essentially a bull flag that is breaking to the upside. Now, where is the price going? Let's take a look. We've had this $1.18 level on our chart here for quite a while, and we talked about this on almost every single Cardano video we've done, and we got a wick almost there. We almost got there. We got to around $1.15 and a half. $1.18 and a half is a level we want to look out for. We have a lot of resistance there. A lot of money has been traded at that $1.18 level. Now, my friends, once we break through around $1.18, the next key level we're looking at, just at a quick glance, is that $1.52 range, the one that article is talking about. And so we know Cardano's history. When the price gets moving, it moves very, very fast, and it starts to just take out multiple resistance levels in weekly candles. And we take a look here, this pattern we're seeing from Cardano, right? We're seeing a large move up. You got 5-6 candles in a row, a lot of liquidations to the upside, and a little bit of consolidation, which forms our bull flag. Large move up. Now this one, the consolidation was actually to the upside, and then we saw a breakout to that $1.15. We consolidated down all the way to around 86 cents on a wick, and we are making our move back up yet again. So things are looking bullish for Cardano in the short term, and of course in the long term as well, as we are uber bullish on Cardano as a long-term play. Now, one thing I do want to show you, this is intotheblock.com. And this is measuring Cardano's volatility annualized using the last 365 days. Now I'm going to hover over here. The week of November 25th, which is this week, Cardano's volatility is at 154%. Now I want to show you the last time the volatility was this high. It was all the way back in 2021. Cardano's price was sitting at 93 cents. And we got to our local high just a few short months later. We got to that $2.88 level as volatility peaked and continued to drop. We are starting to see volatility peak for Cardano, and price is following again, sitting at $1.05. We've talked about different scenarios for Cardano, what we believe. I'll link that video in the description of this one, the 3 scenarios I believe that can play out for Cardano. So I'm not going to revisit those, but I just want to give you an update. There's a lot of trading. There's a lot of buzz around Cardano and, of course, trading the ADA token. You can see that from the volatility. We also take a look. There's a lot of buzz with TVL. Cardano's TVL has just exploded. We take a look. This is going back to November 3rd, so the beginning of the month. We've 3x'd in TVL. And this is a up and to the right chart, right? The all-time high of TVL that we've ever gotten for Cardano, going all the way back, of course, to when it got the smart contract functionality. All-time high, $618 million currently, with Liquid leading the way at around $175 million of that TVL. Now, you see, the one thing I love about Cardano is you see a lot of chains. You can pull them up. You can see a lot of the TVL that's concentrated within 1 or 2 protocols. Cardano's is pretty spread out. You have pretty much 3 that are in the 100 million for TVL. Then you got a bunch of 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. And so that is the beauty of Cardano. Everything is kind of, I don't know the correct word to use, but it's kind of segregated. It's kind of, right, dispersed amongst multiple different protocols versus being just zoned in and honed in on 1 or 2 that control a majority of the value on the Cardano blockchain or on any blockchain, as a matter of fact. Now, I didn't mention Charles Hoskinson. This is a clip of his video, and I want to give proper credit to Alpha First, who posted this on X. Let's take a listen to what he thinks Bitcoin will do, and then we'll talk about how it could potentially affect Cardano and the ADA price.
As good as Ethereum can be, and Solana can be, and Cardano can be, let's be intellectually honest about this. Governments are talking about a strategic reserve of Bitcoin and Bitcoin alone. It's their entry point. And perhaps in 5 or 10 and 15 years, that dialogue and narrative will change. But it is my belief that Bitcoin is going to go to $250,000 to $500,000 within the next 12 to 24 months because of the investment inflows and the great interest that has been achieved. This will translate to an ecosystem whose value is starting to approach that of gold, an asset humans have used as a store of value for over 5,000 years.
And guess who's going to have access to that ecosystem? Yep, you guessed it. Cardano will via the Bitcoin. It's going to be with the Bitcoin OS, but it's also going to be with what Charles talked about, right? They're building their own, essentially, I don't want to call it a bridge, but their own gateway into the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. Now, if Bitcoin 5X's to $500,000, what do you think altcoins are going to do? Bitcoin 10X's, altcoins 100X. Bitcoin 5X's, altcoins 50X. Could Cardano get to, I don't want to even say it. Well, we're not going to speculate on the price of how high Cardano can go, but there's some other important things I want to share with you. This from cryptonomist.ch. Cardano, the first zero-knowledge smart contract on the mainnet. So congrats to the Cardano team. This innovation uses the Halo 2 system, which is an advanced cryptographic proof protocol to enhance scalability and ensure unprecedented levels of privacy. This strategic step strengthens Cardano as one of the most advanced and future-oriented blockchain platforms in the entire world. And some significant updates in the month of November for Cardano. The launch of the first ZK smart contract, as just mentioned. Integrations and developments. Cardano has announced strategic partnerships and implemented new solutions to improve the scalability and interoperability of the network. And of course, the increase in the price of ADA. Now, I mentioned there was a court case that was ruled in favor of the entire crypto industry that could have massive effects on Cardano. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the Tornado Cash court case. The courts have ruled that it was not illegal, that OFAC overstepped their boundaries. This is a post here from Balaji. Here's the decision. You can see here. I'm going to zoom out so we can listen. Immutable smart contracts, right? We hold that Tornado Cash's immutable smart contracts are not the property of a foreign national or entity, meaning they cannot be blocked, and OFAC overstepped. Now, why is this big for Cardano? Well, you guys, just in case you forgot, Cardano is working on this thing called Midnight. It's going to be a privacy chain. So a lot of people feared, well, the whole privacy network narrative thing, it's kind of scary because, you know, we got the governments going after it. Is it going to be illegal? And then Charles comes out and says, look, there's trillions of dollars going to be tokenized with RWAs, and Midnight is going to give us that gateway. Well, now that gateway can continue on as the ruling here states that, hey, smart contracts cannot be stopped. They cannot be held over, and courts cannot sue them. This is so bullish, not just for privacy and for Tornado Cash and all the other privacy chains that are out there in the industry, but of course, for Cardano, for Midnight. Could Midnight be the leading privacy layer that also has an RWA narrative attached to it? I think it's going to be a pretty interesting narrative to keep an eye on. We hope you enjoy the content. Make sure to check out all of our Cardano videos that are formulated in a playlist for your ease and encouragement to watch. Also, come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one.